All right, so if you have a family member or a friend that's thinking about moving to Tulsa, Oklahoma, and you don't want them to do it, let me give you 5 reasons so you can probably convince them not to move here. I know it's really weird coming from a real estate agent of helping you, not trying to move your friends here, but you know what? There's reasons why you shouldn't move to certain cities and states. Let me do you a favor, save you the research, and let me give you 5 reasons on why your friend or you shouldn't move here to Tulsa, Oklahoma.
Do yourself a favor, do your mother a favor.
Don't come over here!
Reason number 1, extreme weather. So in the summer, it gets really hot. I mean, we'll have multiple days over 100 degrees weather, and don't even get me started on the heat index and the humidity. It is so hot. On the flip side, in the winter, we get sub-zero sometimes and below freezing weather a lot during the winter.
Cold. So cold.
You can expect ice, you can expect snow, so it gets really cold here. So going from hot to cold isn't really good for my health and probably not yours either. Also the allergies, oh my gosh, don't even get me started on the fall and the spring. Allergies are terrible. And can't forget about tornadoes. We do have tornadoes here in Oklahoma, even though I've never seen one with my own eyes and I'm not really scared of them. Your friends don't know that. Tell them about tornadoes. But the weather here in Oklahoma is very,
You know what I'm talking about.
If your friends don't have kids yet and you want to scare them, let them know about Oklahoma public schools. And actually, let's be more specific, Tulsa public schools. They are ranked as a C+ on this website called Niche, and that's not very good. Also, it's kind of like inside thing here in the Tulsa area that do not put your kids in Tulsa public schools. I mean, there are good public schools around Tulsa, such as Jinx, Union, Broken Arrow, Wasso, Bixby, but once again, they don't know that. Tell them just to look up Tulsa public schools, and that will pretty much either decide that we're not moving here or they're going to have to spend thousands of dollars putting their kids in private schools, which the greater Tulsa area has great private schools to go to. So just to note that. But once again, public schools here in Oklahoma in general, and then also specifically Tulsa, are not the best.
I'm warning you.
Now, if your friends don't have kids and aren't really scared away from that, nightlife. There's not a lot here. I mean, downtown Tulsa does have some, and we do have bars and some great live music venues, but pretty much everything closes pretty early. So if you're looking for a city that has stuff going on all the way up to 2 or 3 a.m., like Vegas and Dallas and all these other big metropolitan areas, Tulsa doesn't really have that. There's some nights, maybe Friday and Saturday night, that they might meet that 2 o'clock deadline if it's really popping. But most of the time, people kind of wrap it up around 10, midnight. They go to an early dinner and they get back in Netflix and chill type night. I mean, that's kind of the Tulsa thing, is Netflix and chill.
Netflix. I've been doing Netflix, you know, like everybody.
Reason number 4, we have high crime here in Tulsa, Oklahoma.
What?
If you really want to scare your friends, tell them to watch the first 48. Like 90% of the episodes are based here in Tulsa, which is super weird because I actually didn't even know Tulsa had high crime until one of my buddies told me that we're like one of the top in the nation, which that was a couple of years ago. Actually, I think we're like 10 or 15 now. Back at that time, we were like 3 or 2 or something. This is what I tell people. If you want to find trouble, you can find it. If you're not looking for it, it's very easy to avoid it. But once again, your friends don't watch my videos. Show them the first 48. I mean, if it's on national TV, it must be true, right? Kind of like the internet saying.
Am I right or am I right or am I right? Right.
And the last reason number 5, is we don't have much public transportation.
Plan B, we could public transportation.
Not.
The only thing we really have is we have a transit system that has buses, which I have heard aren't very good in getting people from places A to B and C, and they kind of take a long time. But I have my own car, and that here in Tulsa, you need to have your own car.
For your own good.
Everything's kind of spread out. It's not a really walkable friendly city. There are areas in Midtown Tulsa that are kind of walkable, but for the most part, everyone here in Tulsa has their own car or they do Uber, which you're going to do that. That's going to be very expensive. I recommend just buying your own car. Once again, public transportation is very limited to 0. So you need to get a car. It's not like New York City, and we don't have cabs either. So yeah, just get a car. Hopefully I gave you enough reasons to convince your friends or family not to move to this city, even though I really enjoy it, but I'm looking out for you as a viewer. So what you can do as a favor back is to like and subscribe to this channel. Also follow me on Instagram and TikTok, because I actually show what it's like living here in Tulsa and kind of go through my day-to-day, what I do. Helps me out a lot. Also leave a comment. And actually, let me do this. Let me see if I can't convince you to move here. So make sure you go watch some of my other videos and maybe I convince you to make that move with them. Thanks again so much for watching. Steven out.